This past week or so, Rick and Morty wrapped up its 8th season, inching closer and closer to the 10-season mandate Warner Brothers issued all the way back in 2018. And besides the second episode, I loved the latest season quite a bit. I wasn't the biggest fan of last year's installment. I didn't hate it, but it felt lackluster and, in all honesty, like complete filler until we get to the inevitable ending of the series. Which brings me to my main point of this video. Does anybody still care about Rick and Morty? And can it still stay relevant? At first glance, it seems like, yeah, it hasn't, and it doesn't really help that there is pretty much no data to show the viewership numbers, especially in today's streaming climate. But I think the show has, for the most part, kept a great level of consistency across the board. From story, writing, humor, the new voice talent, and especially in the animation. So what exactly seems to be the problem here? Well, I think it comes down to this. There are two types of Rick and Morty fans. The ones that like episodic, standalone episodes, and others that love the continuity and overarching narrative. And it's gotten so out of control that the show itself has brought it up numerous times. This divide of the fan base has caused the creative team to try to find a balance. But they never really did, besides season 5 and 6 to be honest. Each season either leans really hard into the episodic nature of the show, alienating the continuity lovers, or it leans too hard into the continuity that episodic lovers get turned off. And I simply believe the show over time not really ever truly being able to strike that sweet spot, along with having to drag out the show due to the episode mandates put upon them years back, have worn out the audience as a whole. Now for me personally, I lean more towards the continuity side of the show, but prefer the show overall to have a nice balance of both. But the biggest reason Rick and Morty has seemed to have fallen off has been because of two giant aspects that go beyond the fan base divide. One, they used to take 2 years to put a season out, which simply after 15 years of the show being on air, people just forgot that the show was even releasing new seasons, which leads me to my second problem. The show has never been immediately available to stream when episodes drop, or even right when the season ends, so no one can even check the current episodes out or get caught up properly. This has been such a huge issue for me personally, where every year I can't watch it live and it doesn't get saved to on demand on Xfinity or on HBO Max. So let's just say I have to resort to other means of watching the show, which messes with the show's viewership numbers even more, which I'm sure a lot of people have had to do the same as me. But back to the current season, beyond the James Gunn and Zack Snyder episode, the show didn't get any other talk surrounding the season. Which that alone has actually had more talk than anything from the previous 2 seasons. So what should the creative team do to bring back relevance? The answer is they can't. They simply have to finish out the show for the fan base that is still there and find a better balance next season on both episodic ventures and overarching story episodes. Except to be honest, the final season, in my opinion, should be mostly continuity based since the entire show has been building up to it. And the show has definitely felt strung on for too long in general, especially when it comes to teases of the main story. But overall, I think Rick and Morty is still an extremely strong show that has consistently done more interesting emotional examinations of their characters than the mass audience gives them credit for, and is the main reason I've still stuck around for the show since season 2. So yeah, me personally, I'm still looking forward to its big finale, even if the rest of the world has moved on. And I genuinely believe that once the show is coming to its end, the popularity will come back, giving one of the most popular shows of the 21st century so far a last big, loving send-off. Alright, thank you for checking out the video, I really appreciate it. But I also did want to mention that I actually have made a short film. It took me almost a year and a half to make, and will it be the greatest cinematic feat you have ever seen? No, but I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into it, and most importantly, all my friends came together to really help create my vision and finalize it. And for that reason alone, I think you should go ahead and give it a watch, because I am eternally grateful for all their help. The whole idea for the short film was, what if I made a Peter Parker story without Spider-Man? So hopefully that can give you a bit of an expectation on what the tone would be like, and if you want to check it out, you can go ahead and click right here on the right. Thank you.